Assalamualaikum to my lecturers, Muhammad Zaki bin Muhammad Hassan. My name is Nur Hazimah binti Habib Hanifah, metric number A19B1197. In this video, I will explain about the Wesfarmers Limited Company. Wesfarmers Limited is an Australian conglomerate headquartered in Perth, Western Australia. It has interests predominantly in Australia and New Zealand, operating in retail, chemical, fertilizer, industrial and safety products. Wesfarmers serve the area of Australia, Indian, Island and New Zealand. Wesfarmers Limited has 6 subsidiaries which are Burning Groups, Kmart Groups, Officeworks Groups, Wesfarmers Chemical, Energy and Fertilizers, Wesfarmers Industrial and Safety, and last is others. Their subsidiaries are according to the Wesfarmers 2020 annual report. Australian Farmers Cooperative Limited was formed in 1914 as a cooperative company by the Farmers and Settlers Association of Western Australia to acquire the asset of the West Australian Producer Unions to be focused on the provision of service and merchandise to the Western Australian rural community. By 1919, more than 65 local cooperative companies were acting as agents for Australian Farmers Limited. Wesfarmers has grown into one of Australia's largest listed companies. Its diverse business operations cover home improvement, outdoor living, apparel and general merchandise, office supplies, chemical, energy and fertilizer, and industrial and safety products. Wesfarmers is one of Australia's largest employers and has a shareholder base of approximately 484,000. Wesfarmers Limited is a locally owned publicly listed company deriving revenue from a diversified portfolio of operations including hardware, office supplies, apparel and department store retailing, gas processing and distribution, chemical and fertilizer manufacturing, and distribution of industrial safety products. It's a retail diversified company that has business operation in retail and industrial activities. Activities include supermarket, convenience store, department store, home improvement and office supplies and apparel retailing. For home improvement and office supplies, this division is made up of Burning Warehouse, a retailer of home improvement and outdoor living products, servicing home and commercial customers in Australia and New Zealand, and Officeworks, a retailer and supplier of office products for home, business and education in Australia. The criteria that Wesfarmers use in choosing which country to operate are political or legal force, economic force, socio-cultural force, technology force, and environmental force. Firstly, the political legal environment in Australia provides a good ground on which Wesfarmers can thrive. The Australian government has provided good infrastructure for movement and communication within the country and given Wesfarmers diverse businesses it can easily communicate with customers, make deliveries, and receive supplies for its store. Although its headquarters in Perth, Western Australia, it is able to easily conduct its business all over the country. Next, with the global financial crisis behind it, Wesfarmers can approach the bidding post-financial crisis economy of Australia. The Reserve Bank of Australia has directed commercial banks to drop their lending rates from 10.2% in 2009 to 8.91% in 2011 by June 2009. This is an indication for the brighter future for Wesfarmers because it can obtain loans cheaply to undertake its operations. The social dynamics of the Australian population provide an opportunity for Wesfarmers to expand its business and sustain its growth rate. The company runs a total of 9 divisions with various businesses, and owing to the consumerist nature of Australians, they often flood retail stores to purchase food suppliers, home appliance stores, among others. Technology has an irresistible influence of the operation of a company activities. The advancement has been so rapid that a company that lags behind is working its way out of the business. The federal government, in cooperation with state government, has ensured that there is sound of infrastructure that facilitates the availability of technology in every corner of the country. Wesfarmers can use its scarce resources to institute a management information system where technology is used to effectively and efficiently manage the daily operation of the company. More so given that it is a large conglomerate. Issues dealing with environment issues have significantly affected the modern macro environment for most companies, including Wesfarmers, in the negative. The reason being, they have influence on the financial arena such as decline of profit for green and carbon compliance scheme deployed by the Australian government. Dashboards, irrespective of the industry, are set on a long-term basis, hence their influence on a company growth cannot be underestimated. In my opinion, Wesfarmers Limited can be better in managing the company's performance in the future. This is because in the website of Wesfarmers Limited, they have been provided over the long-term sustainability. Wesfarmers has set their own sustainability performance that people can see and trust the company. Besides that, they have listed their performance in 2021. For example, health, safety and well-being, they maintain a relentless focus on providing safe workplace. They also strive to source products in a responsible manner of ethical sourcing and human rights. Other than that, they strive to create an inclusive work environment for people's development, diversity, and inclusion. This proves how Wesfarmers Limited taken seriously to their employees and customers to make them more successful in the future.